Hi there. I'm Alicia, your quiz master, and today's quiz isn't for the faint of heart. These 100 questions will test your knowledge, stretch your memory, and maybe even stump you a little. Think you've got what it takes? Grab a scorecard, take a deep breath, and let's get started. Welcome to quiz time. Which fruit was so valuable in the 1700s that people would rent it for parties? Mango, pomegranate, pineapple, pineapple. What is the only letter not on the periodic table? J, X, H, J. What fruit has historically been referred to as a love apple? Fig, peach, tomato, tomato. What bird can mimic a chainsaw? Crow, raven, lyrebird, lyrebird. Which country recorded the highest inflation rate ever? Hungary, Germany, South Africa, Hungary. Which famous scientist was obsessed with the number 3? Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, Nikola Tesla. In which part of Greece is Thessaloniki located? North, south, east? North. Which actress played Sally in the 1989 film When Harry Met Sally? Julia Roberts, Meg Ryan, Carrie Fisher, Meg Ryan. What animal produces cube-shaped poop? Beaver, porcupine, wombat, wombat. How many players are there on a volleyball team? 5, 6, 7, 6. Which planet has a storm that's been raging for centuries? Jupiter, Neptune, Mars, Jupiter. What instrument is traditionally played in the Swiss Alps? Bagpipes, pan flute, Alp horn, Alp horn. What did the Maya use as a form of currency? Beads, cocoa beans, shell necklaces, cocoa beans. What writing material was most commonly used in Europe before paper? Parchment, clay, bamboo slips, parchment. What ancient structure was originally painted in bright colors? The Parthenon, the pyramids, Stonehenge, the Parthenon. Which planet rotates clockwise instead of counterclockwise? Earth, Jupiter, Venus, Venus. What natural phenomenon is caused by bioluminescent plankton? Sea sparkle, red tide, tidal ripples, sea sparkle. Which band originally performed the song Sultans of Swing? The Who, ZZ Top, Dire Straits, Dire Straits. Which insect is responsible for producing honey? Wasp, beetle, honeybee, honeybee. Which country hosted the 1998 FIFA World Cup? South Africa, Germany, France, France. Which alcoholic beverage did the ancient Egyptians consume? Beer, vodka, gin, beer. What type of rock floats on water? Basalt, obsidian, pumice, pumice. What animal can live for months without food? Tiger, bear, crocodile, crocodile. Astronauts cannot eat what food in space? Chocolate, bread, rice, bread. Which of these is not an American political party? Democrats, Republicans, Labor, Labor. Which fruit continues to ripen after it has been picked? Banana, grape, blueberry, banana. What was the first animal intentionally sent to space? Fruit flies, dogs, rats, fruit flies. Virginia Woolf was a famous activist, actress, writer, writer. Which planet is often referred to as Earth's twin? Venus, Mars, Mercury, Venus. What is the second largest city in Germany? Dresden, Hamburg, Munich, Hamburg. What is the only bird with nostrils at the end of its beak? Kiwi, heron, stork, kiwi. Which metal, besides mercury, is naturally liquid at or near room temperature? Gallium, cerium, silver, gallium. Which animal's heart is located in its head? Shrimp, crab, lobster, shrimp. Who is the author of the novel The Green Mile? George Orwell, Stephen King, Aldous Huxley, Stephen King. What is the only venomous primate? Slow loris, lemur, tamarin, slow loris. Which planet has the most extreme temperature variation? Mercury, Mars, Venus, Mercury. Which material makes up 71% of Earth's surface? Rock, ice, water, water. Which fish can inflate its body when threatened? Trout, cod, pufferfish, pufferfish. What is the only country with a square flag? Vatican City, Switzerland, all of the above, all of the above. Which human organ continues to grow throughout most of life? Ears, liver, spleen, ears. Which animal is capable of shooting blood from its eyes as a form of self-defense? Chameleon, horned lizard, iguana, horned lizard. Which planet has a hexagon-shaped storm at its pole? Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Saturn. What fish can climb waterfalls using suction? Carp, goby fish, catfish, goby fish. Who directed the film One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? David Lynch, Stanley Kubrick, Milos Forman, Milos Forman. What does RNA stand for? Rare nitrogen acid, reactive nucleic array, ribonucleic acid, ribonucleic acid. How many muses are there in Greek mythology? 9, 12, 15, 9. Which country is the car manufacturer Renault from? France, Sweden, Norway, France. Who plays the lead male role in the 2000 film American Psycho? Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, Richard Gere, Christian Bale. What is the capital of the state of Oregon? Portland, Salem, Bend, Salem. What is the pseudonym of Zamenhof who inspired the name of his language? Esperanto, Esperantisto, Espero, Esperanto? Esperanto. What 1859 conflict was triggered by the killing of a single animal? Bacon War, Pig War, Pork Conflict, Pig War. Where does the rumba dance originate from? Argentina, Brazil, Cuba, Cuba. What are countries where French is an official language called? Latinity, Gallic Union, Francophone, Francophone. What is the largest Portuguese island? Pico, São Miguel, Madeira, São Miguel. What is the name of the mythical box that was forbidden to be opened? The Box of Fate, Pandora's Box, Hephaestus's Box, Pandora's Box. Guinea fowl are native to which region? Africa, South America, Asia, Africa. Which dynasty did Cleopatra VII belong to? Seleucid, Macedonian, Ptolemaic, Ptolemaic. The first flight with animals as passengers occurred in what year? 1783, 1812, 1750, 1783. In a hot air balloon. In which city is the Marciana Library located? Rome, Venice, Naples, Venice. Which muse from Greek mythology is known as the patron of history? Urania, Clio, Thalia, Clio. Judge Falcone dedicated his life to fighting what type of crime? Drug trafficking, mafia, piracy, mafia. Which country has the largest population of French speakers? Canada, France, Democratic Republic of Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo. What is the official script used in Mongolia? Arabic, Latin, Cyrillic, Cyrillic. What is the most well-known planned international language? Edo, Esperanto, Interlingua, Esperanto. Which country was the band The Police from? England, Ireland, Australia, England. When did the Tyrannosaurus Rex become extinct? 2 million years ago, 12 million years ago, 66 million years ago, 66 million years ago. What was the purpose of honorable exile in Athens? Increasing taxes, choosing a new archon, preventing tyranny, preventing tyranny. Which animal triggered the Pig War in 1859? Cow, pig, sheep, pig. How many countries include the word Guinea in their name? 1, 3, 5, 3. Where in the world is Bogota located? Spain, Colombia, Venezuela, Colombia. What was left at the bottom of Pandora's box? Love, joy, hope, hope. Who directed the film An Ancient Dog? Pedro Almodovar, Ingmar Bergman, Luis Buñuel, Luis Buñuel. What animal sparked the customs war between Serbia and Austria-Hungary? Horses, pigs, cows, pigs. To which group of dinosaurs did T-Rex belong? Sauropods, theropods, ornithopods, theropods. What is the Indian city of Mumbai named after? Goddess, battle, legend, goddess. What is the main ingredient in the Greek dish moussaka? Red chilies, tomatoes, eggplant, eggplant. Which organ is affected by rhinitis? Nose, eye, ear, nose. What genre is the HBO series Chernobyl? Comedy drama, historical drama, documentary, historical drama. Who was the star of the 1999 film Fight Club? Brad Pitt, Jack Nicholson, George Clooney, Brad Pitt. During which geological period did Tyrannosaurus rex live? Triassic, Jurassic, Cretaceous, Cretaceous. Which of the following movies features main characters who are police officers? The Naked Gun, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Inglourious Bastards, The Naked Gun. Who performed the 1990 song Thunderstruck? AC/DC, Billy Idol, Metallica, AC/DC. In which city is the Al-Aqsa Mosque located? Amman, Jerusalem, Riyadh, Jerusalem. What is the international system of units for measuring force? Watt, volt, Newton, Newton. Who was Pizza Margherita named after? A queen, a chef's daughter, a village, a queen. Which metal is the best natural conductor of electricity? Copper, silver, gold, silver. Which planet in the solar system has the most volcanoes? Mars, Mercury, Venus, Venus. Who wrote the novel Death with Interruptions? Jose Saramago, Knut Hamsun, James Joyce, Jose Saramago. Chihuahua is a state in which country? Colombia, Argentina, Mexico, Mexico. What is the only continent without bees? Antarctica, Europe, Asia, Antarctica. What is the oldest continuously inhabited capital city in Europe? Athens, Rome, Lisbon, Athens. Which mammal has the longest pregnancy? Horse, elephant, giraffe, elephant. Which country is home to the world's northernmost town? Russia, Norway, Canada, Norway. Which desert is the driest place on Earth? Sahara, Atacama, Gobi, Atacama. Which primate besides humans regularly uses tools? Chimpanzee, gorilla, baboon, chimpanzee. Which mammal lays eggs? Badger, bat, platypus, platypus. What element is found in all organic compounds? Hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon, carbon. What is the world's largest fish? Great white shark, whale shark, blue tuna, whale shark. The Great Barrier Reef is closest to which Australian state? Queensland, Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland. Which scientist is recognized for the law of falling bodies? Newton, Galileo, Kepler, Galileo. Last question. Which animal has the largest eyes of all vertebrates? Blue whale, camel, horse, blue whale. How did you do? Thanks for playing along with Quiz Time. I hope you had a blast and maybe even jogged a few fun memories. If you enjoyed this quiz, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to click the bell so you'll be the first to know when a new quiz drops. Share your score in the comments below, and we'll see you next time for some more fun trivia.